Have you ever watched a professional Counter-Strike 2 match and wondered how the pros seem to be playing with wall hacks? Well, today I'm going to explain to you the reason behind them looking so sussy and give you some tips to play like them. But first,
Thank you to the sponsor of today's video, Skins Monkey. They are one of the greatest and easiest to use CS2 trading sites out there. You can swap out the skins you do not like for brand new ones that are so much more fresh. Even skins that are trade locked can be secured by adding them to your backpack. The greatest thing about the site is that you can buy skins for so much cheaper with a 35% deposit bonus when you use my code, CoJo. Make sure to check out the freebie section where you can get a free skin just by completing tasks. On top of the bonuses, you also get a $5 bonus when clicking the link in the description.
the first reason why it may seem like pros are cheating is because when they are peeking angles, they are pre-aiming common positions. This is the best strategy for ensuring quick frags onto the enemy player, and pros will always imagine where enemies could be at behind walls and place their crosshair where they imagine there had to be at. Then all it comes down to is having a fast reaction time to kill the player holding a common angle. Pros also take into account common setups that the other team may be using. If they see or hear a player one position, they might try to think about where their teammate is playing off of them and then pre-fire those spots. You can see this on Inferno. If there's a pit player, there's almost always going to be a player on site with a crossfire with them, so you can expect stuff like that and start to pre-fire things like that. This way it looks like they have wall hacks, but in general they're just clearing common positions. Another reason why it may seem like pros are cheating or know way too much is because they simply have tens of thousands of hours inside of the game. They may know exactly what to expect from the enemy team because of the hundreds or thousands of matches they have played on that specific map prior to the game you are watching. It becomes so easy to outplay your opponents when you can predict exactly what they are going to do. That brings us on to our next point. Pros start to develop a sense of understanding as to what their professional opponents are going to do. Many of these pros have been competing against each other for years, if not decades. If they see a certain player is on the other team, they may know exactly how that person prefers to play, and they will try to take advantage of this. If they're playing a more passive player, they're going to expect them to play deeper and play back more. If they're playing an aggro player, they're going to be ready for them to be swinging them and playing aggressive. These guys scrim and play matches against one another very consistently, so it should be no shock at all that they have this ability to predict how each other play. I see a lot of people assume that they are cheating when in fact they have no idea that these players can read each other like the back of their hand. The biggest reason why your favorite pros are able to read the game so well is from the pre-match preparations they receive. Every single tier 1 team has coaches and analysts preparing documents and reports showing their players how the other team is going to play. They have each round broken down to the second, and they can even inform their players how the other team is going to react based on what nades are thrown across the map. So if these players see something that is happening in front of them, and they also saw it in the report, they're going to know exactly how the other team is playing and not care as much about other angles they won't be in. I know that this seems absolutely wild when we're watching it live and we're like, what is this guy doing? He's not looking at any other angles. He's not clearing other spots. He's just clearing the only angle the player's in. Guys, I'm telling you, this is 100% from the reports that they receive, and they are so in depth, and it gives these players the confidence to path in and only look at these spots. And like I said, it's just so bizarre when you're just watching it, but it's the beauty. It's the beauty of the tier 1 Counter-Strike. It's the complexity of it all. It's like a chess match that pushes the limits as to what should be possible inside of the game. This is why it's so important for tier 1 players to be unpredictable, and why sometimes they will make the most insane decisions that probably would not even work in a level 6 lobby. Counter-Strike is extremely complex, and you need to understand that 99.9% of the time, these players are not cheaters. It's just the most skilled gameplay on earth when it comes to Counter-Strike, and it's just the beauty of it all. If you want to become a tier 1 player one day, make sure to watch my videos as I teach you to play Counter-Strike. Go ahead and click on the video you see on your screen right now and subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. Catch you later. Peace out.